Peace. Prince Ash here. Back with another vlog rambling on. Intro as usual. This is rambling on. I talk about my life and the news and the music, what's going on. And if you can relate, drop it in the comments. Link to my PayPal is in the comments if you want to make a donation. It would help me get my album over the line. My next album. Let's just get straight into it. I submitted a 9-song album last night. And that's coming out on Sunday at midnight. Like Monday night, if you get me. It won't be Saturday at midnight, it'll be Sunday at midnight, okay? That's the best way I can explain it. And yeah, I'm buzzing. It's a great album. There's some pretty hard stuff in there. I didn't want there to be as much kind of rapping in it. I wanted like more melodic, but the way it worked out and the way the songs got mixed, there's a lot of rapping in there, but it's good. I'm happy with it. But for my album Redemption, which is coming soon after maybe a couple of months or so, or maybe less even, that's gonna have a lot more melodic kind of emo trap bangers. So that's a buzz. That's gonna be good, man. We have a good few new viewers as well. New viewers, and I'm buzzing to have new people watching and new subscribers and stuff, and it kind of makes me nervous in a way, to be honest, but it's good. It's good for the channel. We need to grow, hopefully make some money, and if you want to make a donation, PayPal's in the comments and the description. I don't have a pre-save link for prequel yet. That's coming soon in the next couple of days, and I'll do another vlog and I'll put the link in the description and the comments and stuff. But I'm doing good. Like, kind of struggling a bit with like getting out of bed in the morning. Sometimes getting out of the house, it's like I fucking nothing to get out of bed for sometimes. That's the way it seems in my head, like, and that's not right either. I need to get myself out of bed and I need to get doing shit, like, and there's no point in being like, I need to do this, that, and the other. I need to just take action and do it. So I started off this week pretty good, and I've plans for tomorrow morning, so fucking will hopefully get out of bed. I will. Yeah, and I suppose one thing that became glaringly obvious to me is like, and I never really mentioned this before, this is a piece of information that you do know. I suffer from schizophrenia, and I've had psychotic episodes, some severe and some less severe. But for example, like, I was talking last week about like when I went to rehab and I thought everyone wanted to kill me and they were going to put me in a bonfire and shit. Obviously, those were delusions. They weren't real thoughts, but I believed for a while they were considering putting me in a bonfire. One thing I didn't really specify is like why, and part of it was my music. Like, I got into such a delusional state around my music. I thought that like my whole city kind of knew about it and listened to it, and they weren't happy with it, and for the people that bullied me and stuff, it fucking caused them distress. And you know what? That's probably true. Like, the people that bullied me probably are distressed by my music, like, and what I do and stuff, and these vlogs and stuff. And I'm not really sorry for that, like, to be honest. I'm just fucking powering on and holding this shit down, like, you know. I'm doing my thing, and I'm prospering. not financially, not that much yet. I will, hopefully I'll make a few pound, because that's obviously in my goals. But I listen to the Blind Boy podcast every week, and I had to think recently as well. First of all, I identify with so much of what Blind Boy talks about and what he says, and uh, his kind of psychology and stuff. And he's neurodivergent. He has autism, and sometimes I feel like I could be in that boat as well. I mean, we all are on the spectrum to a degree. Um, but I had to really weigh up, like, I had to think about it, because I had to talk about it with people. Um, like, why do I make music? Or like, why do I do this? Or what do I get out of it? Like, and I mean, I can hear Blind Boy in my head, for mirth and for merriment. And well, he says that about people listening to his podcast, but that's kind of what I get out of the music. And I fucking, like, my head could be going round and round and round and replaying this and that and the other, and making up fake scenarios and all this shit. And when I get into the flow state and spend an hour, 30 minutes putting together a couple of verses and a hook, or when I start banging out lyrics, like, my mind isn't going mad. Like, I'm fucking not thinking about anything else. I just noticed that the last day, like, literally I'm distracted in a way, or I'm just focused on other things. And that'll probably be the number one thing I get out of it, like, is maybe kind of an escape, or just a bit of peace. I find peace when I'm making music, like. And then there's the whole other aspects of my musical life, which are uh putting together the song, sending it off, downloading all the files, we transferring them over to my producer, texting him, telling him how I want it to sound, while also giving him creative freedom, but just saying, I'd like to have this timing on the song. And yeah, and like self-promotion and stuff online, and even these videos, these vlogs, putting together things on YouTube, putting together things on Instagram, and all that. Like, so with that kind of comes a sense of achievement and pride and stuff. And I am very wary about ego as well, because when I first dropped my first album, I had so much ego about it. Like, I was like, I knew I dropped a great album, so in my head I was like, I just dropped the hardest underground Irish album in 2022, I think it, or 21. Doesn't matter what year it was, but I had ego around it, and I was like, you know what? I just dropped the hardest album. I deserve respect. I deserve appreciation. I deserve a lot of money. I deserve this, that, and the other. I deserve a drink. And, I had so many relapses around that time, because I felt like I deserve so much more. Like, there was just so much ego around it. Like, um, and that relates to my drinking and using, because I had an attitude where I was like, I deserve a drink. I'm doing all this good, and no one appreciates me. And I was just resentful and angry inside. Now, that's one little sliver of the aspect of my mentality and addiction. It's not like I was drinking because I thought I made a great album and no one was listening to it. Um, there was a lot more to my mentality, but, like, in terms of ego and the music, that's definitely played a part in my thinking and my behavior. So how is that ego today? It's like I have had to really eat a slice of humble pie and be like, you know what? I mean, I can see myself as a failure, a failed musician, or a failing musician, but also I need to be humble and quietly confident knowing that I made great work, but ultimately there's not that much appreciation, or potentially not that many people are going to hear my work. And if you had brought me back to 2021 and made me eat that humble pie and uh, told me to be quietly confident and appreciate your work, I would have been devastated because I wanted to take over the world. Um, but these days, I have a bit more acceptance around it where I'm like, I don't need I don't need to become a millionaire off this shit. I don't need to be, you know, recognized nationwide or worldwide or county-wide even. Uh I don't need fucking any of that shit because I get mirth and merriment from my music, and I get enjoyment from it, and I get a sense of achievement no matter what, and a sense of pride. And there are the small amount of appreciation and comments I receive along the way, and you know what? That's okay with me today. you know, um, and even talking about it, bringing it up now, it's my ego is a bit hurt that I haven't achieved more with my music, but like the reality is I don't gig. I do very little to promote my music apart from posting on Facebook and Instagram and doing these vlogs, and I don't do much to promote the vlogs either. And uh, if I consider myself a failure, it's I have a part to play in that as well. I could take more action and do a whole lot more, but I'm doing what I'm comfortable doing right now. My promotion agenda might be different next year. Uh, but what I'm doing right now is what I enjoy doing. Um, so that's how it is now, and and if not as many years hear my music, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because I'm quietly confident in my work, and I'm astounded by kind of my creations. When I listen to them, I'm like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from, or how did I do that? And there's also the sense of achievement and pride in improving my technical ability, which I've noticed it improving somewhat over the past couple of years, like just from working at it all the time. And uh, I'm really pleased with that actually. Uh, I'm proud of my flow and my lyrics these days. So that's a plus. And to bring it back, I spoke a bit about bullies, and yeah, I got fucking awful comments made to me. Like I got fucking uh yeah, I got like when I came back from reunion, there was this crowd that bullied me my whole life, and uh they kind of squared up to me, and it was my first night out back in Galway, and uh most people were kind of saying welcome back and stuff, and that was kind of embarrassing to me, to be honest. But this crowd came up and were like, fucking, are you still suicidal? Are you? I was like, what? It's like, are you still suicidal? Is your little bitch fit over, is it? And I ended up pushing them, and there was a bit of a there wasn't that much, but there was kind of, we were squaring up to each other type of thing, and no one was throwing the first punch, and I blew smoke into someone's face. And they kind of backed off. It was three of them against me on my own, and I was a bit pissed off because my friends weren't backing me or anything. But like, whatever, you know. Uh, yeah, and those same cunts, like, they fucking, you know, would have made, like, that's a fucking horrific thing to say to someone. I wasn't cool with that, like, and yeah, those cunts made a lot of comments to me over the years that have kind of festered in my head, and I'm gonna have to say, I hope today they're happy, joyous, and free, and that they have a good contentment in their life and a peace of mind. That's what I will say. And that's what when I think of them, I'm going to have to repeat that to myself. And it suits me better if they've peace of mind, to be honest, because they'll be less likely to come at me in the future, because the last thing I want is another fucking altercation or drama or whatever. But like, yeah, that's the type of shit I was up against, like, back in the day, and kind of calling them out here because it wasn't cool, while also trying to be spiritual about it and wish them well, because I never told anyone about that. Like, my friends were a couple of meters away, like, but they were like, what did they say to you? And I was like, I don't know, I didn't say. So there's the truth. And I think maybe last year I spoke about this a little bit, but I do get resentful. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I get resentful when I think about that time, or the shit that went on, or the names I was called, or the fucking way I was treated and put down and undermined and fucking bullied and shit. So if you've ever been bullied, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear, because I can fucking relate. And you know, I am grateful that it wasn't a lot worse for me. You know, have to look on the bright side, I suppose, and use the tools at my disposal to stay well and happy. So yeah, the new album Prequel, Sunday midnight, it's gonna be lit. It's a great album. Look, it's a little rough around the edges. It's not a perfect album by any means. It's not 100%, but I'm happy with it. I like it for what it is, and I can't wait for people to hear it. So PayPal's in the comments and description. Please make a donation, it'd be great. Because it'll go towards Redemption, the album, the newest album that's coming. Yeah. Peace. Prince Ash.